Ninja Legends, another game I had on my radar for a hot little minute. But of course, I've been on Sorrento hardcore lately. And based off my research, I knew that even if this game managed to be cool, it would be hard to compare to the ultimate ninja fighting simulator. Sure enough, a couple runs in, and I'm thinking, this shit is like Sesame Street next to Sorrento. But wait, I may have spoken too soon. So let me dive a little deeper with a comprehensive review. Ninja Legends is a very arcadey VR experience. I guess you can call it an on-rail slasher, as you are technically just standing in one spot, battling waves of ninja enemies. Very simple premise and presentation, but one that is incredibly well done and oh so satisfying. I mean, it is uber exhilarating to slash and bash these ninja fuckboys into oblivion, especially with the cheesy 80s horror style gore effects they've implemented. It gives me chills just thinking about it. This satisfying gore and gameplay is made possible by a serviceable selection of weapons. Limited on first glance, perhaps, but no less impressive. You've got your classic katana, which you can double up with one in each hand. A very underrated wooden staff. Some power gloves that give you hands of stone like a prime Ronnie Garvin. And perhaps my favorite of all, Wolverine-inspired claws. You also have a backup kit for so-called shadow weapons. Basically, you can pull this out once you've built up a certain amount of in-game cachet, shadow power, or whatever the fuck they call it. When you activate it, time slows, allowing you to catch your enemies in a vulnerable state. Yes. We are doing time freeze again, bitches. Shadow weapons include a bow, fireball. You can get two of them once you build up this little energy cache, and a scorpion-esque harpoon, among other goodies. Like a good arcade game, there's even a little storyline. Now, it's nothing mind-blowing, no type of fucking award-winning cinematographic fucking experience. That's probably not the right word, cinematographic, but you know what the fuck I mean. But it's always cool to strive for something beyond points. Plus, you need to grind through this shit to unlock weapons and secret modifiers, most of which, the modifiers I mean, are kinda dumb. But whatever, we are striving here, goddammit. I believe there are 18 levels to grind through, and man, they get really challenging as you progress. Oh, and there's boss battles too. Now, if it's one area this game may have an edge on Sorrento, it's the boss battles. The boss battles, or the bosses in Sorrento, are ridiculously tough. Ridiculously tough. But the way Ninja Legends structures the battles is a lot more smoother, and it just comes off, you know, a little better, I would say. It's cool. Speaking of, this game can be very intense, particularly as enemies start popping up on you. I damn near broke my hand playing this shit already, man. I broke the skin on a deep finger gash that hurt like a bitch. I'm still recovering from that bitch, man. There are 4 difficulty levels plus a few modifiers you can apply to make the gameplay even more challenging. Now, when I first got this game, I slated it into my nighttime game slot. That's for games I play around 6 in the morning when I'm chilling, high as the proverbial sky. But unfortunately, this is hard to do on some levels. See, I play sitting down. And as I explained, I'm already susceptible to injuries. You see, when this shit gets really thick, these motherfuckers will surround you from all sides, even from the rear. And that makes it impossible or almost impossible to defend yourself or properly attack without taking out a hand or a fucking wall in the process. So what I did to counter this little problem was I incorporated Ninja Legends, some of the trickier levels, specifically into my daytime workout routine. And man, trust me when I say this shit is a blast to play standing up. It's relatively safe because you are more or less standing in one place, but you can turn around and take out these jabroni ninjas and get your sweat on in the process. It's my first time playing a non-rhythm or non-boxing game standing up. I'm not gonna make a habit out of this shit because it will be a disaster playing a game that requires steady movement like Battle Talent or the aforementioned Sorrento. Probably be breaking shit left and right, injuries galore. But for this shit here, standing up is perfect. All in all, Ninja Legends is a very cool, very fun VR experience. I can't put it above Sorrento, still the most intense, one of the most awesome games I ever played. I still be on that shit hardcore, but that's okay because it manages to stand out by carving out its own unique little place in the VR ninja space. It looks like updates are done on the developer end, so the best we can hope for is a part 2 in the very near future. Till then, I recommend you hop on this here bandwagon. The global scoreboards are loaded with activity, suggesting that there's people always playing, and there's always a way to challenge yourself in the way of the shinobi. Who what?